Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, J.I. Colorist. My name is Jody and today's video is our continued series coloring the zodiac animals. We started this in January 2024 and here we are in November to celebrate the Scorpio. And the Scorpio is their animal is the scorpion, so we will be doing the scorpion, and I have selected the Astrology Coloring book by Ana Jaren. Now I got this book this year specifically really for this series, and I love all the pictures so far that we've done in this book, and I thought it would be kind of fun to take a quick look at the pictures we have done. So this was the Taurus, the bull, and then we did the Cancer, the crab for Cancer. And I really love the illustrations in this book. Then we did Leo, the lion. And we actually started this way back in January looking for Capricorn. This is a sea goat. And I did this as a buddy color with the wonderful Candace from Happy Catastrophes. So shout out to Candace. She did hers as a night scene. I did mine as a day scene. And yeah, really happy with that. And the beginning of the year, it was also in 2024. It's the year of the dragon. So I did this page. And here we are in November. And we are going to be doing the scorpion. So Scorpio, the scorpion. And stick around today. This is a single-sided book. It has great paper. It's a large size book, so let me just give you it's 11 inches long, so that is a full size book, that's for sure. I'm going to concentrate on the scorpion itself during the video, but I also may do some of the background so that you can see how this page is turning out. So sit back, go grab yourself a small beverage, and we will get started on doing the scorpion for Scorpio. Okay, so taking a look at our page here and what's going on, it is definitely in a what I would kind of consider an Arizona type scene with the cactuses and looks like some arid land. So I have decided there are so many different kinds of scorpions out there. I had no idea. This is all new to me, so I did a little bit of Google research, and there is an Arizona scorpion called a bark scorpion, and it is actually quite small, and that appealed to me because I'm not really into creepy stuff, and definitely a scorpion would be creepy to me. I don't like spiders and those kind of things. So that's how I'm going to color this. So on screen you are going to see two photos, and I will put them in off and on throughout the video so that you can remind it of kind of where I'm going for. So just know that this scorpion is going to be colored after a bark scorpion, and that is where I'm going. I have printed out from Wikipedia a blurb about scorpions because like I said, I don't know anything about them. There is also Scorpio the scorpion, some information on here. So while I'm coloring, I'm going to give you the readout from the book itself, and then I'll also bring in some facts and read you most of this from the Wikipedia website. So that's where my information is coming from. I have decided to go with some Copic Ciao, so I'm going to do a base on the scorpion, and then I'm going to come in with pencils and do the shading on top. So that seemed to work fairly good in some of the other things. I have picked 6 different colors here, so I'll read them out to you, and they are E53, which is raw silk. And in fact, I'm going to drop the camera down so you can see the swatches a little closer. So as I mentioned, the first one is E53, raw silk. Then I've got E21, which is soft sun. E31, and E is for the Earth series, just in case you weren't aware. E31 is brick beige, and we have used that lots in the past. E35 is called chamois or chamois. And then E57 is light walnut, and the last one, E71, is champagne. So those are the colors that I'm going to use probably throughout I'll zoom you back out again, throughout basing the scorpion. And then once I have done that, we will do some pencil shading to bring it to life. And hopefully we end up with a somewhat realistic looking scorpion. It doesn't have to be totally realistic. This is a coloring book, but I am more of a realistic colorist. So that is, at least I'll be aiming towards a bark scorpion look. All right, so I have got paper behind here to protect the thing underneath. Since I am going to be using alcohol markers, I'm just going to go ahead and start basing and doing some coloring on screen, and I'm going to turn it over to a voiceover so that I can do some reading whilst I'm coloring, and I hope you enjoy the video. All right. All right, I'm going to start off with the verbiage from the Astrology Coloring book, which is on the opposite page of the one I'm coloring, and it says Scorpio the Scorpion. The only water sign that is not depicted as an animal of its element, the Scorpio symbol traditionally comes with connotations of danger and aggression. While it is true that people born under this sign have strong self-protective tendencies, Scorpios are also known for their selfless instinct to use power for good. And that is from the Astrology Coloring book. So I am not a marker expert, as I mentioned, and here I am just using, I have the caps off of all of the markers that I'm currently using so that I can blend quicker. I think that my marker game is getting better with that technique. So that is what I'm trying to do, lay down some color and then blend it so the lighter and darker colors have a little bit of time to blend together. And that's what I'm going for. I think it's working. I'm still not an expert, but I am getting happier with the results that I'm getting. Okay, this next information comes from Wikipedia, which is a source that I trust. It gives me accurate data, and this is information on scorpions in general. Scorpions are predatory arachnids of the order Scorpions. They have 8 legs and are easily recognized by a pair of grasping pincers and a narrow segmented tail, often carried in a characteristic forward curve over the back and always ending with a stinger. Scorpions mainly live in deserts but have adapted to a wide range of environmental conditions and can be found on all continents except Antarctica. There are over 2,500 described species. And that's a lot. Just a couple more facts from the Wikipedia. I won't read them all. It says scorpions primarily prey on insects and other invertebrates, but some species hunt vertebrae. They use their pincers to restrain and kill prey. They also use them for offense and defense. And they also say that all known species give live birth, and the female cares for the young as their exoskeletons harden, transporting them on their back. And an interesting item notes that the exoskeleton contains fluorescent chemicals and glows under ultraviolet light. Since I am coloring an Arizona bark scorpion, I thought I would give a few facts about that as well. So I Googled that separately, and it said that the striped bark scorpion are closely related to the California bark scorpion, and they are small, light brown scorpion common to the Sonora Desert in southwest United States. It has a light tan coloration and 2 dark lines running down its back. Towards the head on its back is a triangle shaped mark, and they range from 2 to 4 inches in length. So they are one of the smaller scorpions, and I was happy to hear about that. One final thing about the bark scorpion is that in the US, it reports that scorpion stings are painful but rarely life-threatening. So that's always good to know, but I still don't think I'd want to be stung by one. And another fact is I thought that Canada didn't have scorpions. Apparently we do. So Alberta, BC, and some parts of Saskatchewan have scorpions as well. So now I'll be on the lookout for that. Good grief. And that's all I have for you today on the scorpion facts. That's enough, I think. And just enjoy the rest of the video. There will be some commentary from non-voiceover Jody shortly. Have a great day. Okay, here we are with the base done with alcohol markers from the Ciao markers. So of course it did bleed through, but I was surprised that there actually wasn't any transfer onto my under paper. So that was interesting. So this is the way it's looking, and I based it in lighter so that I can go ahead and use pencil to darken up. And so I'm not an expert at markers. I'm just learning like everybody else. So I'm happy though with the base color that is there, and I think I can go ahead and I'm going to grab my Lyra Skin Tone pencils. They have a lot of browns. They are a mega sized pencil, so let me grab those and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So these are my Lyra Skin Tone pencils. There are 12 pencils in total. They have, this is the range of colors, and I have them in a pencil case that has the large loops, and I keep them with my Create a Color Mega Color pencils because they're all large size, but they have a lot of nice browns. I do like them, and so those are the pencils. They are not numbered. They just come in, they're called Color Giants Skin Tone by Lyra. They're made in Germany, and I have put a number on them and swatched them in somewhat color order. But those are the pencils I'm going to use. So I'm not going to call out the pencil names or numbers because they don't have any, but just know that these are the pencils that I have selected, and they come in a 12 pack, like I said, and they were the Lyra Skin Tone Mega Color pencils. All right, back to our book, and I will continue on with this and just define. We'll first work on just the scorpion, and then I will do some of the background possibly afterwards. Okay, I've selected 4 pencils to start with, so I just thought I'd quickly swatch them out. So this is the lightest one, and this is number 2. This is number 3, and like I said, these are my numbers, so they aren't 7. They do take a large hole pencil sharpener to sharpen them. Okay, so those are the colors that I think I'm going to need. If I need more, zoom you back out. If I need more, I'll pull in more, but I think that that should be a good start. And I think I'm just going to start at one end and kind of work my way down through, and I'll remind you with what I'm going for with the picture on screen. Okay, let's get started on this scorpion. So number 3, and love to hear in the comments below if you've ever seen a scorpion in person. I do not believe that I have ever seen one. My sister lives in the States, so they do have them there. But definitely it's too cold here where I live to have scorpions around. So that's one plus for living in a colder climate. If November is your birthday, give yourself a shout out in the comments below. And if it's your birthday, I'd love to wish you a happy birthday. I have quite a few family members that have birthdays in end of October and into November. Always a busy time for birthdays. Okay, so that is how I'm going to kind of do the whole rest of the tail. I'll stop the camera here, keep coloring, and I'll be back once I get further down into the body of the scorpion. Okay, just bring it back to show you kind of the difference between shaded and unshaded. So this side is done and this side isn't. So I'm using my lightest color and I'm just doing a little bit of shading. The legs are supposed to be quite light, so leaving those areas quite light, just adding a titch more shading, and that's it for the legs. And where all the dots are by the illustrators, kind of where I'm adding some additional shading. So really just letting the artist and the illustrator show me where things should be shaded. So I have been using my lightest two colors, number 2 and number 3, and just going over and doing some shadows and some shading. And now I'm going to do a little bit on the actual body, so I'm going to need a little bit darker of some colors. So I'm going to bring in my number 8 and I'm just going to go along the very top and just make sure that the ridge is there. The markers did quite well though, so I think my marker game is slowly getting a little better. Not sure if you can hear my dog Daisy underneath me, but she's snoring right now, so that's actually a soothing sound, so hopefully that's okay. She's a constant companion and she keeps me company, so I happy to have my little coloring buddy. Just leaving the actual lightest color on the paper, so everything doesn't have to be colored with the pencil. I'm just blending any harsh lines basically. And the odd spots where the illustrator has given us the dots, that's where I'm just adding a little bit more color and then blending that in. These Lyra pencils do keep a nice point for quite a while, so it's nice to color with them. Okay, I'll just tidy up a little bit more, and then we'll have to figure out what to do with this head area. Need to go look at some more pictures to figure out what that face looks like. Okay, the creepiest part of the scorpion is its head, and these are supposed to be darker. And I just blew up the picture that was on screen, and that's how I got the colors. But the bark scorpion is a smaller scorpion, so that's why I thought, besides the picture of the environment where it is on the page, I thought that might be the most friendly scorpion for me. So I'm not a fan of bugs. I know that some people really enjoy them, but I wouldn't say that I would have any type of reptile as a pet. So okay. Whew. Well, I think that the coloring of the scorpion went along pretty smoothly, and the basing definitely helps with the speed of getting colored down. So I do understand why many people base their pictures with alcohol markers. Okay, let's zoom out. Okay, here we are all zoomed out, and I do like how that looks. I'm going to leave the scorpion for now. I'm going to go and do some of the background environment on it, and then I'll know whether or not I need to deepen up any of the colors. And once I have the environment, the background colored, I will also be able to add some shading underneath to where he is, so it doesn't look so flat on the page. Okay, let me go get some of this colored, and I'll be right back. Because I have this as the Arizona bark scorpion, I have Googled Arizona cactus, and I have gotten some pictures of different cactuses that are local to the scene. So I am going to grab some Copic markers and start coloring some of the cactuses. And I will show you on screen a few of them. All right, let's get started. I'm just using a variety of markers from my marker bin. So Studio 71, Copic Ciao, and La Plume. So just whatever's handy and whatever color kind of matches what I'm going for. I don't have a huge preference, mainly because I don't use them much. So right now I'm using the chisel end of a marker. Okay, and this looks like the same kind as over here. Let's work on this one right here. And it's kind of a steely gray green. Let's see if I have that color. So this is a Spectrum Noir Sparkle pen. And I'm going to come in with some pencil and add a bit of color to this. This cactus is from my own imagination, so I just thought it would look nice to have a cactus that has some pink and some green in it. Okay, I like that. I think that looks kind of cool. Okay, here is the background for the mountains. I looked up some pictures of Arizona mountains and then kind of used a little bit of artistic license. I actually pulled in a color called Lipstick Natural. It is still in the E series, but it is E04. And to kind of get a bit of the red iron oxide in there. So that is what the red or the pinky color is. And then I just used the other colors that I had already used on the scorpion so that he is blending into his environment. So that is where we're at right now. Not sure how I'm going to do the sun and all of the rays, but it's definitely going to be a bright color. So I will continue on, but I just wanted to show you what I've done so far. I am going to come in with pencils, probably the Lyra, the same ones that I used for the scorpion, and just put a bit of shadow in some of these mountain tops. Okay. Okay, now here are the mountain ranges and the field, the hills behind. I have finished doing some additional coloring and shading, and I think we're just going to leave it there. Let's move on to more of the cactuses. Okay, here we are back, and this is how our page is turned out. It's about 95% of the way done. I'm going to just continue adding a little bit of shading underneath the actual scorpion so that he stands out a bit more from the page. I do like how he is blending into the scenery though. I think that that is what it would be if he was out and about in the wild of Arizona desert, and I think he's turning out pretty good. So I have done everything basically with alcohol markers, as you can see, and then pencil on top. The ground itself was all pencil. I have been using both the Mega Color Create Color pencils as well as the Lyra Skin Tone set. So I'm just going to keep fiddling a little bit here and there. I haven't decided how I'm going to do this sun, so that part has not yet been accomplished, but I think I will leave you here today. I'm just doing a little bit more shading underneath the scorpion so that he kind of lifts off the page a little bit and you can really notice them. But I am pretty happy with how this page has turned out. I don't use markers often, so I am doubly pleased with the fact that I was able to use markers and then shade with color pencil on top. I even like the rocks down here, and I'm going to leave this sun for now till I figure out how I want to do it. So this is where I'm going to leave you today. I think at the end of this series I might do one final video showing all the different animals that we have covered in the 12 months for coloring the zodiac animals, and I look forward to December. All right, thank you so much for joining me today, spending a bit of time learning a bit about the scorpion, and happy birthday again to all my Scorpio colorists and friends. So take care, have a creative and colorful week, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, my friends. Bye-bye.